6 years of FEYReP in Akwa Ibom State has been very, very interesting.
In this project, Shelter of Hope, I have seen people in need.
Her Excellency, through her pet project, has adopted the children of this home. This is a home for the orphans.
So people are very happy to have this kind of factory being sited in our place.
It was a red letter day when on May 29, 2015, His Excellency Governor Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, flanked by his wife, Her Excellency Dr. Martha Emmanuel, took up the mantle of leadership of Akwa Ibom State. For his wife, Dr. Martha Emmanuel, the only vision that occupied her thoughts was the poise to use a new platform to better the lot and lives of the vulnerable and less privileged segment of the society. The dream soon became a reality when on September 21, 2015, Her Excellency Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel initiated her pet project, a non-governmental organization, the Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative, FEYReP.
This is a very exciting moment for me as an individual. Today marks the crystallization of a lifelong dream. Throughout my adult life, I have always wanted to do something that leaves permanent value in the lives of others. It is a divine injunction to reach out to the disadvantaged among us. The Bible says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you." An ancient Chinese proverb says, "The fragrance always remains in the hand that gives the rose." Such giving goes beyond money and material things.
This laudable platform, FEYReP, which in 6 years has diversified into more than 15 life-touching projects to ameliorate the sufferings of the people, collectively and individually, to give them a sense of belonging and make them feel the impact of governance. These include Shelter of Hope, Women Empowerment, Healthcare, Girls Uphold Your Dignity, Bright Future for Responsible Boys, Multiple Beds, and Pregnant Care Outreach. Other areas positively touched by Her Excellency's pet project include care of widows and elders, advocacy programs and violence against women and rape, as well as Back to School initiative. Also of paramount interest to the Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative in the past 6 years is the entrepreneurial support and get a skill acquisition for female youths, market remodeling, and most recently, the FEYReP Multi-Purposed Interest-Free Loans Cooperative Society. From the riverine communities of Eket Senatorial District to the lush vegetation of Uyo, down to the shorelines of Akwa Senatorial District, FEYReP's milk of human kindness dots the landscape. Statistics from the Shelter of Hope program so far shows a total of 56 households as beneficiaries of tastefully furnished 2-bedroom apartments, with many still underway. Her Excellency and initiator, Dr. Martha Emmanuel, has this to say.
We have done a lot to touch the lives of so many people in Akwa Ibom State, ranging from the areas of education, health sector, human capacity development, empowerment of women, advocacy for girls, etc. So I would say 6 years has been fruitful, and I'm happy that we have achieved this lot. Shelter of Hope is another program, is another project that gives me joy, because if you see the people that we've built houses for, you'll be happy that we did it. Taking people that sleeps with animals in their house, a man will have 12 children in just one hut, not even good for somebody to dwell in. 14 children, a grown-up man, wife and 14 children. And there are people in that location, there are people that are blessed around that kind of a man, but no help. I think the society, we should change, people should change their orientation. God commanded us to show love. Jesus says the greatest commandment is love. And what is love? You have to be kind to your neighbor.
Here is the coordinator of FEYReP, Mrs. Emmanuel.
We came across this woman and I saw poverty personified. She lives in a half collapsed thatch house with about 5 children living in that condition.
According to some of the beneficiaries, it is worthy of note that in every community that Shelter of Hope project is initiated, it has been stories of restoration of dashed hopes. FEYReP has also registered its bold footprints on empowering women economically. In 6 years, FEYReP has rolled out lifelines to economically disadvantaged families. About 10,000 women have benefited from the grants, interest-free loans, and business starter packs. Recently, FEYReP launched a multi-purpose cooperative society. The Family Empowerment and Youth Reorientation Path Initiative within these 6 years has also delved into the education sector. This it does by donating educational materials to pupils to ease the burden on parents and caregivers. Recently, FEYReP marked the 6th edition of the Back to School initiative. On gender-based violence, Dr. Martha's FEYReP has been unrelenting in the fight against this anomaly, with sister bodies including FIDA, NAWOJ, among others. FEYReP has tackled the societal malaise of rape and other anti-social vices.
In Akwa Ibom State, we've done a lot. I have fought a lot for women, and thanks to our governor, who is a gender-friendly governor, we have a number of women in position in Akwa Ibom State. We have 4 women as council chairmen. We have women as commissioners. We have women as board members. We have a woman senator. Out of 3 senators, 1 is a woman. So in all, we are doing well and we are still fighting. We have more than 100 councillors in the state. Before it wasn't so. all this is because of the fight and the campaign we are doing, and we have a governor that is listening. Let all hands be on deck. Let husbands know that their wives are not punching bags. Their wives are supposed to be helpmates. So even if they do something wrong, they can correct with love, and vice versa. Because the level of abuse we are seeing in families is getting alarming. And the issue of fathers abusing their daughters is another thing that is giving me sleepless nights. Let fathers know that their daughters are their daughters, not wives, not girlfriends. And let them desist from these acts. So I want everybody to stand up and fight gender-based violence to a standstill.
Akwa Ibom State before now has ranked high in maternal mortality and infant morbidity, hence the introduction of Martha's Pregnant Care Outreach, which has benefited over 5,000 women. This has drastically reduced the mortality and morbidity rate in the state. And to give it a boost, Her Excellency also donated medical equipment to some hospitals in the state.
What motivated me to go into this program is because of the rate of infant mother mortality rates in the state. I went for a meeting in Abuja with our First Lady, the Mother of the Nation. It was a meeting for all the wives of governors, talking about healthcare delivery. When they were mentioning states, their rate of mortality, I was surprised that Akwa Ibom was mentioned. It was out because of that. When I came back, I decided to launch out Mater Pregnant Care to sensitize and create awareness for pregnant women, the need for them to be going to hospital when they are pregnant. So initially when we started, I was surprised that more than half of the pregnant women in the hall were not registered in the hospital. Rather, they were patronizing traditional birth attendants. From that day, I think we are having the program quarterly every year, bringing pregnant women from all the 31 local governments. It cut across. And by the grace of God, as of today, the last pregnant care we had, almost everybody in the hall had registered in the hospital. And from the feedback I have from doctors in the state, the mortality rate has reduced drastically because these women now have knowledge. You see, the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. So if you don't know about something, you can never utilize that thing. So the knowledge has been impacted on them. They now know how to go to hospital when they are pregnant. They know what to eat when they are pregnant. They know how to prepare themselves for the delivery day. So pregnant care is one of the programs that gives me joy because at least the knowledge has been passed on and the mortality rate, infant mothers' mortality rate is reduced in Akwa Ibom.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Ini Adiakpan, bared her mind on the effectiveness of FEYReP.
When I look at what you do, I become amazed because the Bible says that it's from the heart that the mouth speaketh. And it's because of how you feel about humanity that you came up with FEYReP and all its programs. And I want to say that you have really talked to and addressed one of the cardinal points of the completion agenda, which is human resource development.
The female youths are not left out of Dr. Emmanuel's largesse, as over 2,000 female youths have so far been trained on the Get a Skill initiative in order to attain self-reliance. Not done with the girl child, Her Excellency also took the advocacy on Girls Uphold Your Dignity to secondary schools across the state.
I thank God for the program Girls Uphold Your Dignity. You see, that program was born out of concern that I have for our young girls. Why? Because I've seen a decay in the moral value of so many young girls. So Girls Uphold Your Dignity was born in order for us to sensitize and teach our young girls how to live right. And as you've rightly said, going around the schools to sensitize and to teach them, the feedback we have is very, very positive. Teenage pregnancy has been reduced because we have to let them know, for you not to get pregnant, our watchword is abstinence from sex. We don't mince words. And talking to them from time to time, you now inculcate that value that probably they never had into them, and they now realize that there is need for them to abstain from anything that will stop them from achieving their goals in life.
The tentacles of FEYReP has also spread to the boy child by floating an advocacy campaign on bright future for responsible boys, with the aim of giving the boy child his pride of place in the society.
Bright Future for Responsible Boys is also a program that is meant to shape a boy child to behave well, knowing that a life of crime can never take a boy child anywhere. And as you are aware, so many young boys these days are into drugs, and as such they behave in a manner that they are not supposed to. So many of them are rapists also. In secondary schools, we have cases of them raping young girls. So with this program that we launched 2 years ago, it will go a long way to reposition our young boys in the right direction. And as such, what we are doing with them and what we are doing with the Girls Uphold Your Dignity, Bright Future for Responsible Boys, when you marry the two together, if we continue like this, you will see that the future will be bright.
Under agriculture, Her Excellency through FEYReP has cultivated farmlands in Akwa and other parts of the state to boost food sufficiency. FEYReP has gone ahead to provide Gary processing mills, among others. The Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Gloria Did, while congratulating FEYReP on her 6th anniversary, corroborates this.
God has really blessed Akwa Ibom State, and I want to thank God for His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel, because I told the governor we have our First Lady, Her Excellency Mrs. Martha Udom Emmanuel, who has made us proud. And Her Excellency is someone that believes that through agriculture, we can solve a lot of problems. Without food, we can never have a stable society. So congratulations, Your Excellency. And let me also congratulate my boss, because my boss has also done a lot in the area of agriculture. And Her Excellency is supporting the husband, our boss, our governor. We love you, ma. Congrats.
The ugly situation in markets around the state is now a thing of the past. This is because FEYReP has stepped in to make markets environmentally friendly for business to thrive by building market stalls and shades for women.
Market remodeling also came as a result of what I saw in so many markets. At least I do go out of this country. I know how things are done outside the country. I know the environment. When the environment is conducive, you can achieve much more than when you are under a very harsh environment. So many markets in these states was nothing to write home about. And when you go, you see women sitting under sun, some of them under rain, with umbrella that is not even covering them, with few items on the table to sell their product. By the time you count whatever is in their basin, it will not amount to anything. But when you give them a conducive place to stay, you will see they will be forced to improve on whatever they are doing. Imagine somebody sitting by the roadside under rain. What tangible thing is that person going to sell? Nothing. Nothing tangible. You'll just be putting small things there. But carry that person from that place. Put her in a conducive place. Nobody will tell her that you have to improve. Because where she is now is conducive enough, is attractive enough for somebody to go to her to buy things. So these women were selling their market under very harsh conditions. Remodeling this market really helped them because they now have to move into sheds where they are protected from sun, protected from rain. So by that, their market value also increases.
So, as FEYReP clocks 6, let's roll out the drums in celebration, and may FEYReP, led by Her Excellency, Dr. Martha Udom Emmanuel, continue to rise to the faith of greatness. Long live Akwa Ibom State. Long live FEYReP at 6. Congratulations.
Chris on the beat.
For the women and children, building houses for the homeless.